to put the growth in perspective for the audience, we're talking about over 100,000 GitHub stars. We're talking about well over 2 million visits. Alex, can you actually pull up this tweet? This is
Can you
this
can you
is the project.
specifically point to the red vertical line? Because I didn't see it at first.
This is something that I have never ever seen before. It
You
is
know,
a vertical line.
a friend of mine posted the term, this is not hockey stick growth, this is stripper pole.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
So yeah,
Straight up.
you said Vercel coming for you. That is Next.js. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah, I mean it's really tremendous growth, and obviously your sleep habits this week have reflected the growth. Um,
Yeah.
I want to just ask you. I want to continue on the question of like, what was the unlock that allowed all of this to feel possible? Was it the scaffolding or was it the model capability? Did the model one day, or did you wake up and say, "Oh wow, we're finally at the point in which the model is capable enough to enable the vision I had for this"? Or was it, "Okay,
Yeah.
I know the model's good. Let me build everything around it to make it as good as it needs to be for my vision"?
The models have been good for a while. This could have been possible half a year ago. Um, I think it requires a certain bit of madness to just allow a model to do whatever it wants to do on your computer. And I experimented with this in one form of another since May, and then nothing bad ever happened to me, so I was fairly confident. If you understand technology, this is a calculated risk where the upsides are so great that it's worth trying and it's worth playing with it. And ultimately, my whole goal is like explore these new technologies and see where things could go and having fun with it. Yeah, that's why I built this because I just wanted a way to chat with my computer and like do stuff while I'm not there. And I just found it immensely interesting. Like what other ideas can I put in? And I have a lot more ideas what this could become.
Can you share
Just
a little bit about what your vision is from here? I like what areas of OpenClaw need to be improved? What are you most excited about? What is your vision kind of going forward?
I think a big thing that is very very bare bones right now is memory. Um, I read some papers and I have some ideas how to make this a lot better. I would It sounds crazy, but I would love to like create a mode where like agents dream.
Sleep time
Like,
compute?
yeah, where like you process what happened during the day
Yeah.
and you nominate things that are really important to you into long-term memory. If you have like a local model, you can also turn up the temperature and like make it become more creative.
Oh,
Because right now they narrow too down into the major train paths, but there's a lot more at the edges of the weights that are interested that I would like to unlock. It's a little bit harder with like the commercialized models because you have less control. But yeah, that's an area I definitely want to play with in the future.
No, oh, that's so interesting. So during sleep, during a dream, you mentioned memory. If you're turning up the temperature of a model, you're potentially looking at new creative solutions for existing problems that the bot also might be working on. Can you see
Yeah.
that being a part of the dream as well? Or
I could see that even during work. Like sometimes, how do humans get the best ideas? If you're distracted, you're in the shower, like you let your mind wander, right? I think
yeah.
this is a little bit missing in the current state of the typical agentic loop. But I already built something where the model could literally change its own model. But what if instead of changing the model, it would change like some parameters and like but have some guardrails around it so it can find back. You know, like when they have their thinking mode, why don't we have a more wild creative thinking mode that then like gets reviewed by the saner part of the model, but like could explore more a bigger place in the problem domain.
hmm.
So I'm sure you
But
get
but
this
it's
question. Oh, sorry, Peter, please continue.
no, I just uh in when I built this, very early on, I was hooked. I was like, I'm onto something there. After it wowed me myself. And then I tweeted about it many times. And I mean, I have quite a following, but like I got very muted responses. And I didn't understand why. Like, usually when I build something, like there's a bunch of people that pick it up. And this got me so muted responses. But every time I showed it to a friend, they were like hooked and they wanted it. And yeah, especially when they were like normie friends, I'm like, no, you should not. You should not use it. This is not yet for you. This is still part exploration. The same with like how people say, oh, this is a security nightmare. Yeah, you're using my debug web interface on the public internet. It's meant for localhost. It's not meant to be on the public internet. I didn't build it for that reason, you know? You're using it in a way that I never even thought about a second. Of course there's problems, yeah? You can definitely lock it down, but if you lack any of the knowledge and just like maybe you shouldn't use it yet. Maybe you should wait a little bit. We get there. But people wouldn't get it on Twitter. So I was like, what's the most insane thing I can do to like show people how awesome this is? So I created this Discord and hooked up my bot without any security protections because I just didn't build them yet into Discord. And then people started interacting with it, and I saw a lot of people getting hooked. And then that was in early January, and ever since it was like a wild ride where I saw it penetrate layer and layer of like hardcore influencers to like more general people, and now like I feel like I broke the internet.